Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7:25. We'd love for you to come into the ballroom and take your seats. We want to get your Friday started off on a wonderful note. We want to keep on time, so please come on into the ballroom, take your seats, and our program begins in just a few short minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Arizona Biltmore. Our program is about to begin. I urge you to please take your seats so we can begin this very special morning. Our law enforcement men and women are ready to go at the back part of our ballroom, so please finish up your conversations and take your seats We'd like to begin this morning's program. It's a very special day. We want to get you off on a great inspirational note, back to work, and to start your weekend off inspired and refreshed. So please take your seats. Our program is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can have your attention, please be seated. Our program is ready to begin. And I'd like you all to direct your attention to the back of the ballroom for the presentation of the torch and our nation's colors.
Team Arizona!
Stay focused, play hard, congratulate each other, cheer each other on. That's what this team is about, and that's what we expect to see.
Blessed to be here today to try out for the USA team, and so thankful. It's been a dream of mine to go to the USA game forever, and I'm glad to do it this year and try out.
So I've been doing Special Olympics for like 12 years. I did flag football because it was a great team and great people and be a part of the whole Special Olympics community.
So I used to volunteer in Ohio. They didn't have unified sports where we were, so I was just volunteer assistant coach. And then when we got to Arizona here, I started playing unified with them. Having an opportunity to play together is kind of it's a first for us, and we like it a lot. This would be really big for him, and it would definitely be exciting for both of us.
Trying out for the 2022 Special Olympics World Games. It helped me become a better person. It helped me not be afraid of people. So thank you, Special Olympics.
It just gives everyone a chance to play. If you've never played football before, you get to learn easier way than playing anything else.
Getting your teammates involved and showing them like how to play with each other, you know, the team way is fun.
Hopefully I was able to go to the 2022 USA Games, having fun, having a great time, great attitude, getting frustrated. I'm here to have fun.
I love giving back. I love helping. So this is something that I've done since I was 15, 16 years old. Just to see their effort, they catch the ball, everybody's happy, everybody's cheering everybody on. It's fantastic. It really is.
You want them all to make it. You saw their hearts, their inspiration. They tried their heart out here, but we have to select a team. But they understand through Special Olympics, through sports, through competition, they understand winning, losing, and they understand what competition is about and good sportsmanship.
To be in the arena and to see like all the bleachers and everything, and you know, seeing everybody, it's exciting.
It's just beyond sports, you know. It's the connection that you feel with this other human is fantastic. Connection that they may or may not have felt somewhere else. You know, this is an opportunity for all of us to feel that connection with one another. It's a beautiful thing, honestly.
Sometimes like some people think like, oh, I can't do this, but if you don't let your abilities get to you, you can just strive and believe what you can believe in.
1, 2, 3, crazy! 1, 2, 3, Team Arizona!
We'll pick our battles cause we know we're gonna win the war. We're not rattled cause we shouted all of this before. Steadier than steel cause we're ready with a shield and sword. Back on the saddle cause we've gathered all our strength for more. And we won't bow, we won't break. No, I'm not afraid to do whatever it takes. We'll never bow, we'll never break.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Or say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free? And the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for the Glendale Pipe and Honor Guard? Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about that for a Friday morning alarm clock, huh? Great job, Glendale Honor Guard and Pipe and Drums. Thank you so much. Well, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to the 15th annual, can you believe it? 15th annual in-person Breakfast with Champions for the Special Olympics. You bet. My name is Sean McLaughlin with 3TV and CBS 5. All right, let's practice that again, ladies and gentlemen. I know this is our first in-person gathering. I'm C. McLaughlin with 3 TV and CBS 5. How we doing? There we go. Come on, you know us TV people, our egos are fragile. Welcome this morning. We are so glad to see all of you in person. I know it's been a long time. I know we've been through some rough patches, but we are back here together and we are promising you an amazing, inspirational Friday morning, all to benefit our wonderful athletes and our programs here across Arizona for the Special Olympics. So we want to give thanks once again to a couple of different people, the Chandler Police Department, led by Lieutenant Zach Kumard, our Special Olympics athlete, Xavier Sandoval Martinez, and of course, members of our law enforcement torch run who participated in this morning's procession. And again, a special thanks to the Glendale Police Department Honor Guard for presenting our colors. And one more time, how about that performance of our national anthem? Give it up for Kristen Bickley one more time. So like I said, a lot has changed, right? I've gotten old. I need glasses now. How about that? But we have a lot to be thankful for. Just gathering in this room this morning makes us pause to give us thanks. And the perfect person to let us count our blessings and to give thanks is here with us in the bright red shirt. Here he is to give this morning's invocation. Please give a warm round of applause to Eric Robinette.
Hello, good to see you, man. You guys. Good morning, everyone. Will you please bow your head with me in prayer? Creator of the universe, we are thankful for this day, its blessings, opportunities, and challenges. We pray for strength and guidance for each day as it comes. We give thanks for this food we are joining in the company here with us. We are thankful for Special Olympics Arizona for giving us the inspiration, encourage, and hope to do our best every day. Please keep our servicemen and women all over the world safe from harm. And bless everyone for coming here today to share with us our love for this incredible organization. Amen. Thank you for Special Olympics coming out too.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Robinette. Great job. That was a wonderful invocation, Eric. Great job. Excellent job. Well, Eric said we've got a lot to be thankful for, and we are so thankful that you are joining us here for the 15th annual Breakfast with Champions benefiting Special Olympics. I'm going to let you sit back and enjoy your breakfast here for a few moments. Just a couple of things. Right there at your table, you have a centerpiece and you have some donation cards. There's a QR code. We've made it really, really simple for you to give back this morning. Just open up your camera app on your phone, Android or Apple, and just point it at that QR code. And it's very easy to give thanks today to all of our special athletes, to give thanks to all of our wonderful partners out there across Arizona, in our schools, in our law enforcement communities. These programs thrived during the pandemic. And if they weren't there, imagine what our athletes would be without them. And today we want to be able to strengthen those programs and continue to give back to this wonderful organization. So the QR code is right there. We'll let you know how you can donate at the end of the program. I promise you one thing this morning: when you leave the Arizona Biltmore this morning after breakfast, you will be inspired. You will be inspired to go out and make it a great day, make it a great weekend, and you will be inspired not only to share the message today with your friends and family, but to share it with your coworkers as well. That is my promise to you this morning. So sit back and enjoy the great breakfast here at the historic Arizona Biltmore, and we'll be back in a few moments with the rest of today's program. Ladies and gentlemen, if we could, I know you're all still eating, but can we give a great round of applause to our great servers here at the Arizona Biltmore for a wonderful breakfast? And please continue to enjoy your breakfast, but we want to start today's program off on a great note. We've already had a wonderful Friday morning. It's about to get even better. It's just so exciting to see so many of your faces in person. I know I've said that many times. I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of saying that. It is so good. And we are so honored that you came out in person this morning to see the significance of inclusion. And even more importantly, the power of acting on it. Inclusion is a very, very big deal to so many people. And it's my pleasure to introduce Jamie Heckerman. She is president and CEO of Special Olympics Arizona to share a few words. Jamie.
Good morning and welcome to our athletes, coaches, board members, law enforcement, torch run members, family members, and supporters to the 15th annual Breakfast with Champions. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go into an event like this, especially this year. And this would not be possible without our wonderful organizing committee. Can those members please stand and be recognized? Thank you all for your passion, commitment, and support in the giving of your time to Special Olympics Arizona athletes. I'm honored to be here with you this morning to celebrate our return after a very long pause on our in-person events and activities. While we continue to offer programming in a virtual setting, we experienced several barriers that limited our athletes' access to technology and increased the effects of social isolation. As weeks turned into months during the pandemic lockdown, Special Olympics programming transitioned to SOAZ Connected, providing social activities, fitness classes, art experiences, and esports to athletes across the state. Many experiences became athlete-led activities, growing leadership skills, and others, like esports, grew friendships across the state. However, many athletes and families felt the extreme effects of social isolation. One athlete even stated in a chat, if Special Olympics goes away, I have nothing. Lack of access to internet and technology, Zoom burnout, and lack of direct access to families became significant challenges to engaging our athletes. I am proud to say that Special Olympics Arizona isn't going away. In fact, this past weekend, we held 5 different events across the state to over 400 athletes in 3 different sports. Also, after careful consideration with trusted public health officials, we've decided that SOAZ will host fall games on October 22nd and 23rd for athletes to compete in swimming, bocce, and softball. Eric is very excited, as you can see. This will be our first state event in almost 2 years. Modifications will be made to ensure our athletes' safety is paramount to all programming we put forward, allowing them to compete to their highest ability. While it is great that we are coming back in person, we would not have made it through this pandemic without our passionate and very adaptable staff team and committed partners. Like all of you, thank you to our sponsors with us today that believe in the importance of inclusion and fighting social isolation. A lot of these supporters are in this room, like the Thunderbirds, Sanderson Ford, Mercy Care, Lerner and Rowe, BMO Harris Bank, United Healthcare, Voya, Snell and Wilmer, Academic Opportunity of Arizona, Mortensen, Strunk Insurance, PNC Bank, UPS, Wells Fargo, Fiestival, Casino Arizona, Arizona Diamondbacks, Phoenix Suns, and the Law Enforcement Torch Run. I know that's a long list, but it just goes to show you the support that we have in the community for our athletes. You guys help us get out there every single day to make sure that we can do what we do. And none other than our Phoenix Suns, our special spot supporter that has stepped up in a huge way to provide our athletes with something that they've never had before. Back in 2019, Special Olympics Arizona staff members and a unified coach were told to prepare for a second round of interviews at the arena for the Devin Booker Starting Five grant process. These members were walked out to center court and surprised by none other than Devin himself, recognizing Special Olympics Arizona as a recipient of $100,000 to build out a training room at the new Special Olympics Arizona state office. Because of COVID, not many have seen this amazing space, but I get to share a sneak peek with all of you right now. So what you'll see on the screens is a room that has been outfitted for our athletes. They can come in, they can take trainings, they can be a part of our Special Olympics movement in a way that they've never had. They have a home. It also gives the opportunity for athletes, board members, coaches to come in and take trainings. And that is all thanks to Phoenix Suns Charities and Devin Booker. Devin gives of himself selflessly and truly has a passion to support individuals with intellectual disabilities. So many can become talented stars without any care for the community or those that support them. Devin is a star, but he puts community first in so many ways. SOAZ cannot thank him enough for believing in our mission and continuing to support the skills and talents of our athletes. Also, a huge shout out to the Phoenix Suns Charities Group for always listening to our crazy ideas and making our athletes feel like the superstars that they are. Thank you for all that you have done and continue to do to be our Community Impact Partner of the Year. COVID has meant hardships to so many people, and Special Olympics is no stranger to those hardships. As we continue to return to in-person programming, we need the support of the community and our passionate partners now more than ever, so we can continue to provide high-quality programming at no cost to our community. Help us bring back our 21,000 athletes and partners across the state of Arizona and establish our path towards inclusion. As one of my staff members recently said, let's build back better and let's build back unified. Thank you.
Wonderful words to hear, Jamie. Thank you so much. And just on a personal note, I did the Special Olympics breakfast last year virtually with Jamie, and her staff have worked non-stop to get to this point where that announcement that she had in her speech that with all safety protocols in place, the fall games will be held in person in October. That wouldn't have happened without her hard work and her dedicated staff. So big round of applause for Jamie and her staff. Well, it's clear that this movement is no longer simply for individuals with intellectual disabilities, but a movement from them, in which we are all now invited to see the world without blinders and boxes. I mean, it's high time that we all begin to see individuals in every human being. Our first guest speaker this morning is from Paradise Valley. He's the police chief. His name is Peter Wingert. He's a longtime supporter of Special Olympics Arizona through the Law Enforcement Torch Run. And the chief knows firsthand the impact of Special Olympics on every person involved in it, both on and off the field. Chief Wingert, he unfortunately could not be here with us in person this morning, so please join me in welcoming his virtual message.
Good morning. I am Pete Wingert. I'm the chief of the Paradise Valley Police Department. I want to thank Mike Burnett and the Special Olympics team for allowing me to virtually present today. I talk to the officers in Paradise Valley frequently about humanizing the role of law enforcement. This allows the officers to be seen outside their typical role of writing citations, making arrests, and directing traffic. When we are ensuring public safety, sometimes we do not make the best first impressions. Special Olympics allows the officers to be seen outside of that enforcement role. We are better able to communicate effectively when there is no stress. I wanted to speak to you about my experiences with Special Olympics Over the Edge. Over the Edge further provides the opportunity for law enforcement officers to see another person's perspective. Before their event, Special Olympics athletes have butterflies in their stomachs, just like you and I do before our big speech, our interview, or an exam. They fight through those butterflies to compete and succeed at their event. Special Olympics Over the Edge began in 2010, but I didn't start with this challenge until 2016. That year, Paradise Valley's community resource officer and I raised $1,000 each and made the trek downtown on a warm December morning. As we rode up the elevator, I was sure we were over the weight limit because of the hundreds of butterflies in our stomachs. At the top of the elevator, the safety team secured me into a harness, secured me with protective gizmos, and showed me how I could not fail. However, these same butterflies returned while I was standing on the ledge, 415 feet above the hard downtown Phoenix concrete. My butterflies were heavy and felt like they would drag me down to the concrete at Mach speed, ending with a thump before freeing themselves from my stomach. This feeling, however, receded shortly after I stepped over the edge into the free space on the south glass wall of the Cityscape building. Over the past 5 years, Paradise Valley's team of Over the Edge participants has grown from 2 to 33. Our fundraising efforts have increased to nearly $50,000. The fundraising again reinforces the public-police relationship because officers are seen outside of the enforcement role. 15 feet down that glass wall in 2016, I stopped to take in the sights from the side of the building as I floated weightlessly. After all, it is not very often one is granted the opportunity to see downtown Phoenix from the outside of a 27-story building. 10 minutes later, those butterflies had turned into a sense of achievement when I planted my feet safely on the solid ground to the cheers from the athletes and other participants. I was reminded why we challenge ourselves with these types of events. The sense of achievement and pride of accomplishment reminds us that we are alive. And so it is with the Special Olympic athlete. On December 4th, join me, create a team, fundraise, and come over the edge. Thanks for having me virtually today.
Thank you, Chief. Just a show of hands, who has done the Over the Edge fundraiser for Special Olympics? Come on, be those brave people. Let's give them a round of applause. Is it the Wells Fargo table? It must be the Wells Fargo table. Well, you can join the chief. Like you said, December 4th, there's a table right in the back for you to sign up. It is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I know you won't regret it. My only critique to the chief would, let's come up with a different word than safety gizmos, shall we? Our next speaker this morning is a true champion of inclusion. She's from Mesa, Arizona, and she really does it all. She's a mother of 3, including Jane, a Special Olympics athlete. She's an EMT, a military wife, a coach, and most recently, the Unified Sports Director at Mesa's Westwood High School. She has broken down barriers to inclusion and inspired all of us with her passion for Unified. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Meg Bowman. Meg.
Good morning. My first experience with Unified was when Westwood hosted the badminton sectionals 2 years ago. We didn't have a team competing, but my varsity team was asked to set up. As the teams arrived, I felt myself being drawn in. I did not want to leave. I needed to be a part of this. As I watched, I was amazed at the teamwork. and the special bond I saw between partners and athletes. I pulled my daughter Jane from class and had her come watch. She said she wanted to be one of the unified badminton team members, and that sparked my desire to do whatever it would take to bring Unified to Westwood. Starting a new program during a pandemic seemed like an insurmountable task at times, but I knew it would impact my athletes and partners in ways that would make it all worth it. As a coach, this is the greatest work I have ever been involved in. As a mother, this experience has completely changed my daughter's relationship with every badminton player in our family. My family has a bit of a badminton legacy at Westwood High School. I started playing my junior year. My two younger sisters played as well. My sister Katie was the state champion and later inducted into the City of Mesa Hall of Fame. I'm really glad I came first because it would have been really hard to follow. My second daughter, Rachel, has played at Westwood for 4 years on the varsity team. And my mom is possibly the biggest badminton fan that I know of. When Jane was a toddler, she was the badminton team mascot. She even had an appearance in the yearbook with her Aunt Katie that year. She grew up holding a badminton birdie in her hand. But because of her disabilities, we knew early on that playing varsity badminton wasn't in the cards for her. I didn't realize how much it affected Jane to not be a part of this legacy until her first unified badminton tournament. She was so excited to wear the Unified Warrior uniform and shine out on that court. She developed a very special relationship with her partner, Harley. Since that day, Jane's speech patterns and how she refers to herself has changed. She sees herself as every bit of an athlete as Rachel, and she refers to our family as we are badminton players. We took a picture with my mom, sister, myself, and both of my girls at one of Jane's tournaments. That picture represents everything that Unified stands for to me. I want to share a special experience I had with one of my athletes at our state track meet. An athlete from another school was running the 400-meter race. All of our participants and athletes had finished and had come up into the stands. And this athlete at that point had just hit the 200-meter mark. My team lined up and they cheered him on. When the race finished, my athlete Marlene looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, "Coach, I feel something." In that moment, she got to experience what her partners do every time they are with her. That indescribable feeling that you're witnessing greatness. I get to see that every single day. Most days, it's the athletes who make me feel that way. Some days it's the partners. I think partners come into Unified knowing a change will happen in the athletes' lives. Excuse me, I need to drink really quick. Thank you. My mouth is so dry. Okay. Thank you so much. I think partners come into Unified knowing a change will happen in the athletes' lives, but when they don't anticipate is the growth in their own lives. One of my favorite parts of coaching Unified is seeing some of the coolest kids at school walk into the gym and leave their popularity at the door. Everyone is equal. Everyone has a chance to achieve greatness. They also come to realize that we are better when we work together. Jacob is one of my partners who can attest to the positive effects working with athletes has on his mental health. He was in Unified last year and his schedule had to change for the second semester and there was no way to keep Unified PE. He struggled to find purpose and lost any desire to come to school. This year he is back in Unified and I can see that being a partner brings out the very best in him. It requires patience, kindness, and acceptance, not just with his peers, but within himself. We had 6 partners and 1 athlete graduate last year. I couldn't speak today without sharing some of their stories. John Coleman, he's 6'6", biggest grin. and he goes by Mr. Westwood. He's a quiet leader. His enthusiasm for life is contagious. When asked about his greatest accomplishment as an athlete, he said, quote, "When I ran the 400, I thought I might die. But I didn't. I'm still here." I love John, and I love that he still comes back and cheers for his friends. Many of our graduating seniors lost one of their best friends during their junior year. His name was Sam. Sam's passion was supporting friends with special needs. In his honor, his mom held Sam's prom last year. 5 of my seniors rented a limo, got some of their athletes all dressed up, and took them to this event. The stories and pictures from that evening brought me to tears, and it still does. These kids are so amazing. This year, we doubled the size of our unified program, because why not? It's amazing. And we now have athletes representing every special education program on campus. We have athletes and partners from all walks of life and varying levels of ability. We are doing what we can to spread inclusion. Unified sports brings athletes and partners together. It brings coaches and players together. In my case, and most importantly to me, it has brought our family together in ways we didn't realize could happen. This is all because of Special Olympics. When we play unified, it impacts everyone involved in deeper ways than any other sports program can. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Meg Bowman, great job. Meg, I want to apologize. My MC skills are rusty for not having some water here at the podium. Got beat out by the Silver Fox right here in the front with moves like a cat. Unbelievable. Meg talked about those small moments in life that make an impact. And I hope that we want you to know that your presence today here in person is making an impact. It can be small, it can be large, but every day you have an impact on people. And that's what Special Olympics is all about. Our next speaker is from Buckeye Union High School. It's a pair. We have Jordan Steves and John Perrone, and they're joining us. Jordan and John, they love unified sports and have both learned so much from their participation on the Unified Bulldogs team at their school. So please join me in welcoming Special Olympics athlete Jordan and unified partner John to the stage.
Hi, everyone. My name's John, and this is my buddy Jordan. Jordan, say hi to the crowd.
What up, guys?
Jordan and I are sophomores on the Unified Bulldogs team. Jordan, what unified sports do you play?
I do swimming, flag football, and basketball.
Yeah, that's cool. Congrats on your 2 gold medals in the swim last weekend.
Thanks.
We have the best unified coaches. Who's your favorite coach?
Coach Hay, because he's my man.
I like Coach Mayella because she's nice. What do you like about unified sports?
Hanging out with my teammates, making friends, learning to be good at sports.
Do you like leading our Bulldogs team chant, Bulldogs on me?
Yes, Bulldogs on me, Bulldogs on 3. 1, 2, 3, Bulldogs.
What advice would you tell someone who wants to play unified?
To be a good competitor, always tell everyone, good game. You cannot give up.
Unified sports is fun. We practice together, include everyone, and work hard. By joining unified sports, I could get out of my house, I can stay active, and I can make new friends, like Jordan. I love to play unified sports with my team, compete on the Friday night lights, and get cheered on as I run on the track. Last year was hard for all of us, but despite the challenges we faced, our district unified sports program grew. We launched our first ever unified esports program and launched our unified arts program. I also competed in unified flag football and unified track and field with Jordan. By being part of a unified team, I realized we're all strong, we're all capable, and we're all resilient. Through Unified, we can show the world that we are powerful, we are talented, we are game changers, and now is the time to get in the game.
Can we say it all together? Bulldogs on me. There you go. Jordan and John, thank you so much. Great job. Great job. Well, they really embody the Special Olympic Athlete Oath. And if you're not familiar with the Special Olympic Athlete Oath, part of it says, be brave in the attempt. Even through our challenges that we all faced last year and a half, Unified Sports, they've continued to bring us all together and shows us what it all means to be included. Our final guest speaker this morning is Amber Nielsen. Amber has been a Special Olympics athlete for over 30 years. Although she's only lived here in Arizona since 2019, it's very obvious she has already made a big impact here in our state as an athlete leader. Her bravery and determination has been an example for many of our fellow athletes through these unprecedented times, and we are so lucky to have her here to share her story with you today. Please welcome our final speaker, Amber Nielsen.
Good morning, and thank you for being here today. To say that I'm nervous would be an understatement, but I know I'm here for a great cause. My name is Amber Nielsen. I am 40 years young. I have been active in Special Olympics since I was 8 years old. My sister Mary and I grew up in Montana in a single parent home. My mom worked 2 jobs, and often it would just be me and my sister fending for ourselves. I was diagnosed with an intellectual disability at the age of 3. I was treated differently in elementary, differently than all the other kids in elementary school. I was put in special education classes with a teacher that was impatient and would often reprimand me for simply staring out the window and enjoying the sunshine. She would often put a barrier around my desk, secluding me from my classmates, leaving me to feel alone and unwanted. It was hard enough getting minimal attention from my mother at home. Now I had to deal with it at school. Had to deal with not only the students, but my teacher bullying me for being different. My lonely world changed when I was 8 years old. I saw students out on the track, and I asked the teacher what the students were doing. She said they were doing Special Olympics. I asked to join, and she introduced me to the coach. Little did I know that it was going to be a life-changing moment for me. From then on, I participated in track and field, in basketball, gymnastics, and swimming. I was able to make new friends and feel like I belonged to something. At the age of 13, I was called into adulthood while I was still being teased for my differences. I took on the role as my sister Mary's caretaker. My sister also had special needs and needed someone to take her to her therapy sessions. My mother continued to be absent through our day-to-day lives because of work. When my mom invited boyfriends to the house, they added to our struggle because they mistreated Mary and I. At 13, I should not have been in the role, but Mary needed me, and I had to be strong for her. Do you remember the elementary teacher that I told you about who put barriers around my desk? Well, her husband was my teacher in high school. And apparently he had no patience for me either. He thought the best way to get my attention was to slam a ruler on my desk and repeatedly to try to keep me attention. I continued to endure criticism, hatred throughout my high school years. But I was able to be there for my sister, Mary. That was important to me. After high school, I continued my Special Olympics career and attended pre-World Games for snow skiing in Anchorage, Alaska. I was 20 years old, and even this girl from Montana was freezing. I was there for 4 days. And I got first and third in my races, but I lost one of my skis in a race and I was unable to advance. This experience taught me how to open up to people and learn to trust others, knowing they will accept me for who I am. And my abilities. After pre-World Games, I continued with Special Olympics, participating in basketball, track and field, and cross-country skiing. In April 2020, we moved to Tucson for the weather to support my husband's medical condition. I guess that was not a good time to make a fresh start as COVID hit. It became a very dark time for me. I was in a new environment, and my husband would be gone working long hours daily. During this time, I found Special Olympics Arizona and their new program, SOAZ Connected, and a new virtual world that has changed my life forever. I met several new friends virtually that were able to provide me support system. I had fun participating in virtual Zoom classes, such as Having a Healthy Mind and our family fun nights. I truly believe without SOAZ Connected, I would have continued to live in a dark and lonely world. From the support of my SOAZ athletes peers, I have been able to succeed in many accomplishments over the past year. These include becoming a health messenger, being on the Athlete Input Council, Athlete Connection Council, Area Leadership Council, Youth Athlete Input Council, and I was an SOAZ health intern. I have starred in videos and hosted classes on Zoom. Through SOAZ Connected, I have also helped medical students with the U of A and the Mel Clinic understand how to work with individuals with different abilities. Currently, I am practicing softball with Coronado Sunbirds, and I'm looking forward to competition season starting up. I am very proud of my accomplishments, but I never could have done it without my SOAZ family. Special Olympics Arizona has many opportunities for me to succeed and believe in me when I had lost my way. I want to thank everyone that is here to support our athletes today. I only hope more athletes come out of their shell and become a voice for not only themselves, but for those who do not have voices. I am blessed for the opportunity that have allowed me to change my life and be an advocate for other people with different abilities.
Well, you brought them to their feet, Amber. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, behind me are the people that spoke with you today and the people that are making an impact. Let's give a round of applause to our speakers. It's difficult for all of us to listen to the stories of these athletes and coaches and unified partners without being moved beyond words. I mean, the question is, how can you not stand beside every one of the individuals here who have taken the stage this morning and shown you the magnitude of what can be accomplished with a culture of inclusion and respect for all? Meg?
The stories you heard today and those you'll continue to hear are testaments to the importance of Special Olympics movement. We are all more alike than different. The inclusion revolution is truly creating a fully unified future for everyone.
At this time, we are asking for you to help keep this momentum alive. To propel this movement of inclusion, respect, and dignity for all forward, and create a future where we truly live unified.
Please pull out the donation card in front of you. Give from your heart and consider giving within your capacity. Please fill out your card, raise the envelope. Hi. Our law enforcement officers will come by and personally thank you for your contribution and your gift with a medal of your own. Thank you.
Let's light this place up and unify Arizona.
All right, so you heard them. It's time to pull out your donation card, and that's what you do. You just raise it up over your head. Our law enforcement partners will come, give you the light, medal you up, and don't turn me into Oprah today. You get a medal, you get a medal, you get a medal, but we're going to do it. So get those donation cards up over your head, and our law enforcement partners are ready to give you your medal right now. We've made it really easy. If you don't have a donor card in front of you, pull out your phone. There's a QR code right there on your table centerpiece. Open up your camera app, and then a little drop down for the website will pop up. Open that website, and we made it very easy for you to give. Our men and women from our law enforcement communities that are so supportive of Special Olympics Arizona, they are quickly moving around with medals, not tickets, but medals, to honor you with your donation. So as the folks up here said, let's light this place up. I'll give you a few more minutes. Also, another reminder, if you pay Arizona state taxes, what if I told you instead of paying a tax bill, those monies could be directed to Special Olympics Arizona at no cost to you? I'm guessing most of us would rather see those dollars go to an organization that we support instead of letting the state or the state lawmakers decide where your tax money goes. Special Olympics is a qualified charity organization here in the state of Arizona. Now, again, if you're not familiar with the program, the state will give up to $400 credit for an individual filing taxes or an $800 credit for married couples. Now, a credit is different than a deduction. So for example, if you owe $400 in state taxes, you fill out the form showing that you want to give that money to Special Olympics Arizona. That's what the state does with your tax bill. It redirects to the Special Olympics, $400 individual, $800 for couples filing. You can see the back of your donation card for the details. So once again, keep filling out those donor cards. Let's get them high in the air. We got a lot of medals to give out. Thanks, everybody. All of our speakers behind me. Keep filling out those cards. We love you for it. Remember the impact that you are making today. Raise them up high. We want everybody to walk out here with a medal. Here comes your medal. All right, need a couple of medals over there, over by the Fiesta Bowl table. All right, a couple more right up here in the front. Table 16 needs a medal. You guys are making a huge impact today. Keep it going. Don't forget the fall games are going to be in person in October. We look forward to seeing you all out there, all of our volunteers. A couple more donation cards at table 38. There's one at table 36. So good to see all of you. Thank you to all the sponsors today. Thunderbirds have been so generous each and every year. I'll see you all out at the Waste Management Phoenix Open in February. Looking for a good time and a good tournament. Don't forget to sign up for Over the Edge. The table is out front. That's on December 4th. Overcome your fears. That's what we're here to do today, to overcome your fears. Got some more medals to give out. Keep filling out those donor cards. Here's one right here at table 16. Come on, you're going to have office bragging rights with one of these. Table 13's got one. Oh, way to go, table 13. Couple more minutes. Don't forget, you can use that QR code too. If you use that QR code, just raise your hand. We'll get you a medal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our program has ended. On behalf of everyone from Special Olympics Arizona, thank you for attending the 15th annual Breakfast with Champions. Go out and make it a great day. Be inspired and make an impact. I'm C. McLaughlin. I'll see you on the news tonight. Have a great weekend, everybody.
There's a light inside of all of us. It's never hiding, you just have to light it. It's the one thing that you gotta trust. It's like a diamond, you just have to find it. So if you ever feel like giving up, yeah, just remember that we were all meant to fly. Spread your wings across the universe. It's your time to, it's your time to shine. There's a light inside of all of us. Soon you'll find that it's your time to fly. Your time to fly. A little help is all it ever takes. Somebody else to tell you it's worth fighting. A single step becomes a leap of faith. That's when you realize you started flying. So don't you ever say you're giving up. No, there's no looking back, 'cause we were all meant to fly. Spread your wings across the universe. It's your time to, it's your time to shine. There's a light inside of all of us. Soon you'll find that it's your time to fly. It's your time to fly. Just reach up, don't give up until you've touched the sky. Just reach up, don't give up until you've that we were all meant to fly. Spread your wings across the universe. It's your time it's your time to shine. There's a light inside of all of us. Soon you'll find that it's your time to fly, fly. It's your time to shine, shine. Soon you'll find that it's your time to fly. Spread your